What's good, YouTube, man? Back in Kobe here with another video, man. Hey, we gonna look at Double DH full breakdown. We gonna see what's going on, what I missed, see what's going on, cause I ain't seen nothing. I ain't gonna lie, from what my last video I just posted, I just really scanned through it. But he got the inside information. We gonna go ahead and see it. I'm gonna leave the link down in the comment section so you can see it. And spam a W. Like, comment, subscribe. If y'all like my content, we're gonna be going crazy this year. Let's get back into the video.
My court and ranked mode to go over. So let's waste zero time and react to some of these screenshots and then go over the in-depth info 2K provided. So subscribe, drop a like, follow my Twitch for 2K25 giveaways, and to watch me grind a Legend 5 live. Yeah, Legend 5. And let's get into it. Also, 2K15 parks are back. What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Henry, aka Double H, back at it with you in early 2K.
Hold on. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I thought we was only getting Elite and Rise, so we gonna... I ain't gonna lie, if my part, if that shit come back, bro, if that stuff, excuse me, that stuff come back, man, that's gonna be heat.
25 video, drop a like. We are about to zoom in on all of these screenshots and really just find
I like that meter.
Or as much information as we could possibly consume about all these screenshots, and then we're going to go over the courtside report with all of the details about these screenshots and the city and the park and all that good stuff. Anyways, here is the first screenshot we're looking at right here. This is the stage, or the new ante-up for 2K25. We have not seen a new stage since what, 2K20?
I said that too. I'm like, it's either gonna be Elite, Rise, or Stage, but I said Stage first, but I didn't see the Elite the Rise state park, so I was like, this Stage.
When next gen, and that's back when Stage was only on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So let's go ahead and analyze this really quick. So first of all, it's giving off some Coliseum vibes. That's pretty fire. I'm not gonna lie, I like the vibes it's giving off. The ante-up logo is not in the middle of the courts anymore, but the courts are super simple, so I like that. They didn't do too much. It's simple courts. I like that. Another thing to notice, we have 4 3v3 courts all stacked up right in a row. Then we have 4 2v2 courts all stacked up right in a row. Then we have a 1v1 court in the back left. We have another 1v1 court in the back right. And then we have a court that's kind of like you have to go up like a staircase to go up to. And I'm assuming that's just the highest VC court. It's probably the 10K VC court. Or maybe if 2K was feeling themselves, they put a 25K VC court up there. But also, I'm seeing like a second level. I don't know if there actually is a second level, but like you see there's like a railing that's around the top of this stage. I'm assuming that you just can't access that, and that's just like kind of for show. Now, the only thing that I see that could be a little minor L about this is that the 1v1 court still only has 1 got next spot. I don't know, a lot of people I feel like would prefer the 3 got next spots, like the line kind of thing that 2K20 had. But outside of that, this is a W. First screenshot is a W. Finally got a new stage.
This a W. This a W. This a W.
And not only that, all the courts are right next to each other, bro. There is almost zero space between these courts. This is a perfect layout for the stage. It's a new venue. It's a new look. This looks good, W2K. All right, so here's a screenshot of the city. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I already did look at some other screenshots already, so I do know a couple things that were on there. So I am recognizing some things already. First of all, let's analyze this screenshot completely. One thing I will say before we do that is that they did take the 2K24 kind of street vibe at the bottom of the city. Yeah. And I guess they're putting
like 2K18 too.
Here. And yeah, that's kind of the vibe they're going for here. But let's look at the bottom right here. You see these coming soon signs. These are always on the theater event signs when the
different like theater, so theater is right there.
And yeah, so that means this is the theater right here. But you see there's more coming soon signs on the left of this ante-up logo. So this is where the ante-up is, but this is also where the theater is. And obviously we just saw the ante-up like inside of it, so the theater's not in there. So I guess they're compacting the city as much as they possibly can, because they're putting the ante-up and the theater on the same wall slash building, I guess. But when you go load in or like click A to enter, like it's different places. So that's good. They're clearly trying to compact the city and make it small as possible with that minor or that simple change right there. Then in the middle of the road, we have New Balance, Under Armour, Jordan, Nike stores. By the way, bottom left, like I said, I already took a look at the other screenshots. Bottom left, this is where the My Court is going to be around. Next to that Jason Tatum mural. Another thing I see is the sign behind the Jordan store that says Proving Grounds. That is going to be where the new ranked mode. Yeah, we're gonna go
ranked
over
mode.
that later.
WWW. All this shit is a W.
Or read it over.
Ain't gonna lie.
Because they talked about it in the courtside report. What else we got here? In the back left, next to this Curry mural, I see Swags, and I also see the Wreck. So once again, when it comes to compacting the city,
everything
it looks
together.
like they just have these stores like in between the actual game modes that are important. So like instead of like making like a whole section for stores and a whole section for the stage and a whole section for the Wreck and a whole section for the theater, they're just putting it all on like the same walls. So honestly, once again, they're really compacting this city. And this is looking good. I also see like the NBA store, I think, right there next to the Nike store. And then if we take a look all the way in the back, there's like this basketball or something where you can go in there. I don't know if this is gonna be like a spawn point maybe, or what's going on over there. There's like some 2K signs as well. Is an actual leaderboard screen. If you guys remember 2K17 or 2K16, they used to have these leaderboard screens in the actual Sunset Rivet and Old Town Parks, and now they're bringing it back in 2K25, so that's a huge W. And it shows the top 10 rep leaders with their My Players and gamer tag as on there. That, bro, that's fire. I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad they
I missed that completely.
That's a huge W.
That's leadership.
Hopefully those are in the parks as well.
That's the leaderboard.
Cool. Another thing I'm noticing is that there's like a road to go out to the left and a road to go out to the right. I'm assuming that's where the offline stuff is, because it seems like all the online stuff is gonna be in this main street. And keep in mind, we're probably like in the middle of the street, so behind the camera, if that makes sense, is probably where starting 5 is, or maybe where like some other online game modes that you don't see here is at. And then yeah, you probably turn right to go to like the Micro Stadium, or turn left to go to like that Sunset Beach Court where you grind your badges. Another thing I'm noticing is I think on the left is probably like the Rise or Elite Park, and then on the right is the other park, because there's like a pirate ship on the right, and then there's like this cage on the left. So that's probably where the affiliation parks are at. After analyzing this screenshot, you can tell that they genuinely were trying to compact this city as small as possible, and hopefully like this is kind of like a small circle, if that makes sense. Like take a look at the back where the 2K25 signs are. You know how it kind of like circles around? Hopefully this is just like a small circle, and this is really that's all.
Yeah, I ain't trying to run at
so I would give that a W for 2K trying to compact.
Try to ride a bike, scooter.
Next screenshot. Okay, so this is the Elite Park. Okay, so we see we're once again analyzing the screenshot. We see that top 10 leaderboards sign in the park as well. That's a W. We see a massive pirate ship. I'm seeing an ocean, palm trees. I'm seeing maybe all the way in the back there is like there's like this elite sign. Maybe that's where the daily reward is. Not only that, I'm seeing a court on the pirate ship. Maybe you can, I mean, I guess you could play on top of it. Maybe even there's more courts on that pirate ship. And taking a look at the actual courts, I'm seeing 3v3 courts. I'm seeing 2s courts.
I'm not gonna lie. They could have did way better with these parks. This park is not too good to me. Like, I mean, we're in 2024, but I think it was 2025. We got 4K, we got all this extra stuff. This is not a good park. This park is okay. It's not the best, but it's doable. But I feel like they should have did a little bit more than what's expected. I'm not gonna lie, look just like last year.
I am not seeing a 1v1 court. There's also like this weird, I don't think there's anywhere to go in this like little tunnel cave area. I think that's just a blocked off wall. I guess this park in general is just kind of below the city almost, because if we go back to the last screenshot, the pirate ship was kind of popping out and it really wasn't a like on leveled ground. So this park is kind of below the city, so you could, I mean, they were definitely trying to compact this stuff. They got all the main stuff in the middle of the road. Then they got the actual parks under that. But to be honest, I'm giving this third screenshot the first L of the video. I just feel like the vibes are good, right? The vibes could be good. And I'm not gonna lie, some people are gonna like this park. I don't think it's a bad park or anything, but I feel like there's just a little too much going on. Like, why do we have to go to a pirate ship to get on other court? And then these courts down here are close together, but then like a pirate ship makes courts far away. So like, honestly, maybe it's not an L. It could be like a hybrid, like W and L, to be honest. But we'll have to see when we get the game if people can go on win streaks in this park, if people can get back-to-back games, because that's really going to be the true test for this park right here. It's not like too extra like the squids in 2K24. So at least they toned it down a little bit, because we do want like a realistic park. Next screenshot, apparently this is the Rise Park, and wow, this is not a hybrid WL. This is an L. What is going on? They got robots on the ceiling. They got a robot arm being the basketball like hoop. Like there's a robot in that wall over there. Dude, this is just, they tried to go for like a Rivet vibe with like the little underground stuff over here, and you can tell by the ceiling that thing on the left in that initial city screenshot was this park. We don't have like a screenshot of like all of the courts and the court spacing of this park, but I'm assuming that the courts are closer together just like the other park. But yeah, man, this futuristic vibe is just not it. I do not like the vibe of this park. I kind of like the vibe of the other park, but this park, like,
I'm not gonna lie, from this screenshot right here, I feel like it's a W. From just this screenshot right here, it looked like a W for this Rise Park. It just looks like it's gonna be more compact than Elite, but I guess we're gonna see.
This one makes me like not even want to play in this park. I don't know about y'all, maybe you have different opinions on it. I feel like they're go for like the kids audience with this park, but personally for me, I'm not messing with this park. I don't even see me ever even having any interest in even playing in this park. All right, here's a screenshot of the outside of the My Court. You guys already saw My Court gameplay in some of my build videos. If you guys didn't see that, go check them out. And there's like the stores on the side, you see the Puma and stuff, and that's probably where the NBA stadium is, that in the back left. So I was probably right about that initial city screenshot where like if you turn left or right, that's where the NBA stadium's at, because that seems to be about right. And like I told y'all, that Jason Tatum mural, this is where the My Court is. So if we go back to that initial city screenshot, right there on the other side of that wall is where this My Court is. And it looks like if you zoom in on the actual door, it works just like the theater does in 2K24, the rec, where like you kind of walk into that like light up like stuff, and then it just kind of spawns you into the My Court. Now this is obviously a W for My Court returning, but the only issue is that could be a potential L is not being able to spawn in your My Court when you load up a My Player. I'm hoping that when you load up a My Player, you have the option to spawn in the My Court, just like 2K.
That'll be a W. That'll be a W. That'll be a W.
There's a screenshot of inside the My Court. We already know what inside the My Court looks like. We showed it in the build videos, but obviously you can customize the stuff. They got the Bulls stuff up there. Hey, shout out to the Bulls. We suck right now. I am a Bulls fan, but you know, they represent now in the My Court right here. Next screenshot is the rec. Okay, this is kind of a W, kind of an L. I don't know. The scenery looks very similar to 2K24. I don't think it is the exact same thing, but it does look very similar. That's the kind of the L part. But the W that I'm seeing is the court. There was a lot of rec courts in 2K24 that were really hard to look at, hard on the eyes. I like this. I like the gradient, simple color inside the three-point line. I like the hardwood with no like crazy My Player logo going across the entire court. Just this simple gradient color, the simple color on the rec logo. The court looks clean, and the jerseys, I mean, they're not too crazy. Those will probably change from season to season anyways. So I would give a W for the court, and honestly, maybe we just need to see a different screenshot for the actual venue of where this rec is being taken place at.
That uniform right there could have been done way, way, way better. I'm not gonna lie. That's just, they just put some lines together. It's regular Pro-Am type uniform. It's not a W, I ain't gonna lie.
But otherwise, it's kind of looking, I don't know, it's kind of like an L. I don't really mess with the venue. All right, next screenshot is that sunset court where you can grind your badges against like disco. I'm pretty sure you can do it with like a teammate this year. So yeah, I mean, it's basically the same thing. Nothing really much to talk about here. It's cool. It's on the sand. I don't know where this could be located. Wherever this is located, it will be used to get hot zones 100%. Ooh, this is actually fire. So they add, the next screenshot is a squad finder. This is super cool. They had something like this, but it never really, like, no one used it and it didn't work. So hopefully this is used and works, because this is really important for players that, you know, struggle finding teammates. I know y'all are out there. Some of y'all are probably watching the video right now, but this is cool. You can adjust what squad size you're looking for, whether you're playing 2s, 3s, or 5s. Play style, time to sweat, so like a casual or sweaty teammate that cares about the record. Microphone status, that's a W. Overall range, your performance range, so that's like what color your My Player's what is it called, banner is, so like the purple, gold, silver. Okay, affiliation, elite, or rise. I don't know why that would matter, because you could play with either or maybe not, I don't know, but I don't know why that would matter too much, but this is a huge W. It's got to be able, hopefully it's just used by most people, and hopefully it works. All right, here we go. This is the new game mode I was talking about, and it's crazy because I had to look at these screenshots before I recorded this video because I was so excited. But if y'all remember, like there was like a TikTok and YouTube short I had made like a year or two ago. And bro, I literally said this exact idea.
This right here is a W. Huge W to 2K right here. This is a huge W. We will be playing this year there. It looked like a W so far. I'm not going to like the uniforms. I don't like the parts for real. But I think I'm just going to go Rise up with Elite next year. But anyways, this right here is a huge W. Especially if this is like on the banner or by a 2K player. Like so they know, like everybody know like who you are. And then it's at each end of each season, so you just grind every season like to get there. So and you get plus rep for that. Oh, that's a huge W. Like this is a W right here.
Yeah, for the rank mode, everything I had, all the ideas I had about the potential rank mode to be in 2K that I said in that video is literally in the game. That's what's crazy. Like they must have saw that video or something. Maybe they didn't, but I'd like to see in my own world that they did see that video type of thing. So I'm gonna just go with that. But hey man, Proving Grounds, this is the new ranked mode. So we have bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, top rank. So a lot of people are going to see this screenshot and be like, oh, this is just 3v3 Pro-Am. I mean, yeah, the ranks are like 3v3 Pro-Am. Similar rewards to 3v3 Pro-Am, but not for all of them. And when we talk about this mode in the courtside report, you're gonna quickly see how this might be the biggest W we have ever seen in 2K News history. But yeah, bronze is just where you begin. Silver, you finally put.
This is for only pro. That'll be. I mean,
banner.
I guess it'd be a W.
Gold, you get some more rep, 100 win VC bonus. Platinum, 25% more rep, 250 win VC bonus. Diamond, 50% more rep, 500 VC win bonus. And then top rank, you get double rep, top ranked icon. Okay, so I guess this is like a leaderboard thing where like you have to be some like at some point on the top of leaderboards, whether that's top 100, top 10, whatever. So 500 VC win bonus, animated player banner, and then it's just in very small text. Banner awarded to the top 5 at the end of each season. Okay, so there's rewards for each season. These probably reset at the leaderboards, probably reset every season too. These VC bonuses are gonna hit, especially if you reach top rank, like an X or a diamond, an extra 500 VC. If you're already getting like 400 VC in that, bro, 1,000 VC a game, especially like on the ones court, bro, if you're ending games fast, that's gonna hit. I wish the VC bonuses were higher, obviously, but bro, that's gonna be like
2K be staying thinking, but no extra
game
stuff.
Most likely. So this is going to be on an underrated method for good players for VC. Here's another screenshot of what the Proving Grounds looks like. Now, if we go back to the city screenshot, that is, like I said, that's where the Proving Grounds is going to be located, and that's what the rank mode is called. But going back to this initial screenshot of the Proving Grounds and what it looks like inside, dude, this is fire. This is exactly what I told them.
Game after game after game after game after game.
We have a 1v1 door, a 2v2 door,
I hate way down.
a 3v3 door, and a 5v5 door. And I'm assuming there's going to be like certain ranks or different ranks and different leaderboards for each of 1v1, 2v2, 3v3, 5v5. I mean, I'm in heaven right now, bro. If you are a competitive player, this is like your dream game mode. I will probably be in here all year long. I'm going to be obsessed with this game mode. I'm genuinely excited for 2K25 now. Like, people have been asking me if I'm excited. This is the moment, like right here, where I'm genuinely excited. Like, this is insane that this is in the game. I'm not going to do too much yapping, so let's just go on to the next thing. Oh my God. Okay, the rep screenshot. So initially I see the top 10, which is not good, but we have a top rep leaderboards again. That's good. We already know that from the other screenshots. Elite Rise is probably gonna have certain
same old stuff
because this is like not a W when you look at the screen. So there's probably gonna be certain rewards like heat check or 2A tenacity or maybe something different that's in these rewards. Also, there's gonna be cap breakers in these rewards at some point. They already told us that. But look at this: rookie 1 to 5, starter 1 to 5, veteran 1 to 5, legend 1 to 5. I'm not gonna lie, it looks like they combined the 2K24 rep system and like the 2K15 or 16 rep system with the 2K20. It's like they combined a bunch of rep systems all in one because Legend 5, that sounds insane, bro. I ain't gonna lie, man. Depending on the specifics and what the rewards are looking like, this has potential to be another massive W. So far, all the screenshots we've seen, this is the last screenshot right here, have been W's outside of the actual parks. It's looking good. Let's go ahead and dive deep into that courtside report. and go into detail on the information when it comes to the city, the rep system, the ranked mode, the rec, the parks, all that good stuff. All right, now it's time to go into the courtside report. This is a bunch of like in detail information about each screenshot we looked at, each game mode we were talking about. I'm not going to read over this entire thing, so I'm going to be like a Spark Notes summary type of thing here. Like, I'm about to just like put y'all
read this, stop the video, go ahead and read it.
You can pause and read over all this stuff. So the first paragraph, they talked about that little street in the city, and they're calling it the Boulevard of the Stars. And they basically just talk about how they wanted to make everything like super compact, and they took like the community's advice on that. And they wanted to make the city smaller, and they wanted to make the city more about basketball. Now, I think they did that in the little street thing, but what they didn't do and what they didn't make about basketball is the actual place where we're playing basketball, and that's the parks. You know, you got a pirate ship, you got mechs walking around and hanging on the ceilings. Like, it's just a little too much. That stuff has nothing to do with basketball. So, other than that, yeah, I mean, that's what they were going with. But I do think that street that they were talking about, they definitely did a good job making that about basketball. Then they talked about proving grounds, and dude, I mean, this is the exact idea I had. They listened to everything. It is skill-based matchmaking. Now, hopefully that ends up working, because if it doesn't work, it's going to ruin the whole game. So they did say it was skill-based matchmaking. They also said that the leaderboards and your like rank is separate from each mode. So 1v1 you could be like bronze, but 3v3 you could be platinum. And then like your rank could be like rank 5 in the world for 2v2, but you could be out of the top 10,000 in 5v5, right? So that's a W. They also said that there's going to be like seasonal rewards for this mode, and that if you're in the top 100, you're under top ranked, depending on what mode you're in. So if you're in the top 100 for 1v1, you're top ranked for 1v1. If you're in the top 100 for 5v5, you're top ranked for 5v5. And they said if you're top 5 though, you get a logo that displays your rank. They said if you're top 5, you get like a special animated player banner and a top ranked logo.
That's a W.
So I don't know if that's just talking about the banner, because they said you get the logo banner at like what, silver? So I think this is actually a logo above your head, like a 2K logo. So that would be fire. Like imagine you're like first in the world as a 1v1 player and you have that above your head. Like that's fire. Then they talked about how like Stage, Pro-Am, and Ante-Up have new venues. They talked about how Pro-Am has like, if you reach a certain level with your Pro-Am team, you get like this big stadium just like back in the day. And they were just talking about how like each mode has like their new aesthetics. So yeah, you guys can read that over if you want. Then they went over My Court, and really the only two takeaways from here that we don't already know that you need to keep in mind is that sporting mech bodies around the freaking park. Like what the heck are they talking about? And then they said that they made these parks based on community feedback to make the courts closer. And yes, they did make the courts closer despite those courts in that ship. But we haven't really seen the courts in the Rise parks. We haven't seen how far away those ones are. Maybe there's a court inside of a mech body, who even for bad players. And if you don't, you know, meet the requirements as a quote-unquote bad player, that you can't even be allowed to play on the court. And it doesn't allow squads either. So yeah, I could see me making some videos on here, but yeah, this is it's good for you know, new players. I like that casual court, especially for people that don't have teammates that aren't good at the game. That's actually a good idea. I probably would have never thought of something like that. Then they talk about the street ball court. Literally nothing to note here except that you're gonna be able to grind these badges against Disco again with
I don't care
this
about
time
no Disco
from 2K15. They're bringing back the Old Town Park from 2K15, which was that park, by the way, specifically also was used as the Mountain Dew Park in 17. But anyways, they also are bringing back the Old Town Park on the aircraft carrier that they won through the My Park Championship back in 2K15. By the way, I was on Old Town for that. You know, not to flex or anything. Shout out to everybody that was Old Town in 2K15. But yeah, I mean, hey, I played 2K15, so this is cool. They're bringing them back for events though. So these events are only going to be double rep events that are not leaderboard events. And this is like it's like a W and an L, because it's like, dude, you gave my team the best part of
put it back in
the city park, and you gave them that.
They would just put it back in there. Everybody would be satisfied.
Turn around,
at least 2 of them.
You give the 2K15 parks, which are awesome, you give them temporarily.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't get that, man. You could have removed Rise and Elite and made them for these parks. You could have put these parks in the theater, so at least they're like a weekly thing instead of like only on the weekends for a specific event at the end of the season. I just don't understand. It's updated every 24 hours, and if you're in the top 10, you have the rewards, and if you are out of the top 10, you lose the rewards, which kind of sounds ass, right? But wait a second, they actually, they're genius for this. This completely fixes top 10 for me, and this makes this rep system, in my opinion, a rep system that could potentially be the best one of all time. So they first of all said that they mentioned the cap breakers are in these rewards, and by the way, I'm assuming that this elite and rise like stuff, there's probably gonna be some like special rewards based off of your elite or rise, but they didn't specifically say that. Another thing they said though is they were hyping up the rewards from Legend 2 to 5. They said those are gonna be like really good, and then not only that, they said if you are one of the first 100 Legend 4s on either PlayStation or Xbox, you're gonna get like some special reward. So that alone is gonna make me grind for Legend 4. I'm going to go for top 100 on Xbox, so make sure to follow the Twitch because we will be streaming the grind, and we will be locking in for that. So that's dope.
We on PS5,
if the rewards are good in here, and that Legend 4 reward is good for those top 100 players,
no Xbox.
This could really be some good stuff right here. I'm excited about that. Then they put some like closing remarks. They talked about like the Triple Threat Park, the Gatorade Gym.
Yeah, that's my 10. We not really finna stay for that end of that video, but man, if y'all think this is a W or L, drop a comment and drop a comment down below. Like, comment, subscribe on the video. Back in Kobe out.